We test fit one of the wheels at the tire shop the other day, and it's rubbing a little bit on the upper control arm. You probably clicked on this video just to see if 35s fit. So this has been quite an adventure. This ended up being a little bit more, just more than I thought. But I want to show you the truck.
You're watching Traveling Tall, brought to you by Custom Dynamics, Zippers Performance, Chromeworks, and Redline Oil.
We about to ride, we about to ride.
I got the wrong all the way.
Beautiful day today, and I'm not on the street glide. I'm not even doing anything motorcycle related today. Most of the people probably just clicked off. Guys, if you know the channel is about motorcycles, test rides, tutorials, product reviews, installations, and traveling. Well, today I'm doing something with my truck. If you've seen my truck, it's 2022 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 LTZ Duramax. You know that I had put some wheels and tires on it. I put 26-inch wheels and tires on it. And I liked it a lot, but there was just something missing. I think I didn't have enough tire, and it just didn't feel like a truck should feel, you know what I mean? It just, I don't know, it looked good, but not, to me, it looked good, but just something was missing. Right now, I have the stock wheels and tires back on, which I'll explain that later. And I'm on my way to Rock Your 4x4 to get a leveling kit to level out the truck. Now, we're only gonna go up 2 inches in the front, and we're gonna leave the back alone. So, you probably saw the thumbnail. I'm putting 35s on my Silverado, on a leveled Silverado. Now, will it work? We're gonna find out together. We'll see. So, using the same wheels, different tires, and a leveling kit. So we're gonna see if this thing's gonna work out like it's supposed to. So we're pulling up at Rock Your 4x4 now. Now, they're the same ones that did the lift kit on my Gladiator, which I have 35s on that with 22-inch wheels. And so it's gonna be interesting to have 26-inch wheels with 35-inch tires. Okay, guys, so we're gonna, I'm gonna get out the truck and talk to Jason. Yo, man, that's a nice looking Gladiator right there.
Yeah, he just dropped it off too.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, so again, I'm at Rock Your 4x4, and that's the truck with the stock wheels and tires on it. Those are 20s, and we're about to see what's gonna happen here. It's gonna look really weird being lifted or leveled with those stock wheels and tires. I was getting the tires mounted on the rims yesterday at my tire shop, and their bracket broke for 26-inch wheels. So they got to go get a bracket from someone else, and I got to go back to the tire shop and let them put the 26-inch wheels on there. So we'll see. But let me show you this Gladiator right here. Check that thing out. Mine is not a Rubicon. And what they got on there? They got 37s. So a whole lot higher than what I have on mine. Man, they got a bunch of Gladiators. Check this one out right here. All right, guys, so there it is right there. Those wheels, they're not bad looking. Matter of fact, if they were bigger, if they were like 24s or 26s, it's not a bad pattern there. But this is underneath the truck, not that dirty either. So with the Gladiator, I had a 3-inch kit on there, lift kit. This is just a leveling kit. It's gonna level the front, because with the Chevrolet and GMC trucks, well, most trucks, there's a rake where the front is down a little bit, and this is gonna make it even. I tow trailers. I wanna make sure that it doesn't hinder my towing capacity at all. I would like to have a lift kit on it, but I remember lifting up the Jeep, and it killed the gas mileage. When I was towing with that, I was on my way to South Dakota, and I got I had an enclosed trailer with 2 Harleys in it, and I got 5 miles to the gallon. So I don't want to do the same thing on this truck, which is a diesel. It has way more power than the Gladiator did, which I should have bought a diesel Gladiator. It should be pretty good. Has plenty of torque, plenty of power, so the extra weight of the wheels, I don't think is gonna kill it as bad as it did with the Gladiator. We're gonna leave here after he gets the lift kit on, go to the tire shop, get them to put the tires on. We're gonna come back here because I'm fully expecting it to rub, but from everything I've seen, there's just a couple of modifications that you can make to stop it from rubbing. We test fit one of the wheels at the tire shop the other day, and it's rubbing a little bit on the upper control arm. So with these snowflakes that I have on there, which you guys probably haven't, if you're first coming to the channel, you probably haven't seen the wheels. With the snowflakes that I have on there, if you don't know what snowflakes are, there's GMC, no, it's not GMC, it's Chevrolet factory replica wheels. They don't rub at all, but the tires are not that wide. I got 305 tires on there, 305, whatever, I can't even remember, but they don't rub the upper control arm, but they were very close. The new tires that I'm gonna be putting on there, these 35s, are 13.5 wide on the same wheels. When we test fitted it yesterday at the tire shop, when you're turned, they were just barely touching the upper control arms. Straight, they wasn't touching the upper control arms. And then when you are full turn, they were barely touching the inside of the liner. With the lift, that should help out a little bit. With it touching the control arms, I'm gonna have to probably get a spacer, which is a little, on the brake caliper, there's a little notch on it. And the older snowflakes will hit that notch, so you had to put a spacer on. Well, these are the upgraded snowflakes that are made for the new Chevrolet models, and you don't have to put a spacer on. But since I'm hitting the upper control arm, I'm gonna have to put a spacer on. We already got the wheels off here. Now this is what I was talking about. Right here, guys, I don't know what this is for. That's what they started doing maybe on 19 Silverados, and that's why the older snowflakes will not fit on there. And hey, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. And this right here, you check this out. This is the body armor spacers right there. Now, what they're for, they're going right up under the strut, and basically it's just gonna lift the front end up 2 inches. So with the 2-inch lift and the 35s, I was already close at a couple parking garages that I go into. Surely it won't be higher than the Jeep. We'll see. Now they're doing a alignment, you can see. So once it got lifted up, now it's getting aligned. You know, once I get the tires put on, I think I'm gonna like it a whole lot. But looking at it, I was like, you know what, it'd be cool if it was lifted up a little bit higher. But I'm gonna leave it alone. But if I get another truck one day, maybe I'd get something just, you know, like with a 4-inch lift or something like that. We're finished. It's on a hill now, so you can't really see what it looks like. But we're gonna come back to after I get the tires put on, we're gonna come back, make sure everything fits properly. So now we're on our way back to the tire store to get the new tires put on.
This is Daytona. Mary McLeod Bethune right here in the heart of Daytona Beach. Now you know the spot. All you see is white. Glide everywhere.
One of the things that happened last night was when I was getting the tires put on, the wheels, because I was supposed to carry them over to the lift shop, the tire machine broke. The bracket that holds 26s broke on me. Not break on me, broke on them. And so they have multiple shops here in Knoxville. So they're gonna just contact one of their other shops and see if they can get that bracket, use the bracket for the 26-inch wheels to be installed from another shop. So after that, I got to get the wheel and tires put on, drive it back over to Rock Your 4x4 and let them make sure there's no rubbing or anything. So this has been quite an adventure. All right, guys, so a lot has happened. I'm on my way back to the other side of town because the tire machine was not fixed. So I end up picking up the tires and I am taking them to another tire shop on the other side of town to get 1.5, because literally it broke on while they were putting the tire on. 1.5 tires put on the new wheel. I'm gonna go over there, do that, then I'm gonna get back to Rock Your 4x4 and I'm gonna show you guys everything. Now, the front end is lifted up. It's not lifted up that much, but you can tell that it's lifted up, but it still drives just as good as it used to drive. This ended up being a little bit more, just more than I thought. So anyway, it's all good. I just put into Advanced Auto Parts to get the wheel spacers, then I'm gonna take the tires over there and get the tires put on. All right, guys, so I went to Advanced Auto and they did not have the spacers. They only had one set. I actually bought them, realized as I was walking out the door that there were 5 lugs and had to go in and return them. They searched for some spacers, which are on the other side of town. So luckily across the street is AutoZone. So I'm gonna go into AutoZone, see if I can find those spacers, 1/4-inch spacers, and then I'm gonna get to the tire shop. This has become an all-day event. An all-day event. Leaving AutoZone because the spacers that they had was 5 and 6 lug, universal. And the way that it was, you had a slot in it. And I don't want ones with a slot in it. I'd rather have a true 6 lug spacer. I don't like spacers in the first place, but I definitely don't want one with a slot in it. We're gonna get spacers from a place that I know that has them. Just gonna go to the tire shop and let them mount them up. All right, guys, so y'all ain't gonna believe this. I'm leaving one more location, going to another location. The guy that's just right down the street from Rock Your 4x4, he said he could put the tires on with no problem at all. So we're just gonna go there and let them put them on, and then we'll be right where we need to be. Plus, they actually have the rotors there. Not rotors, they actually have the spacers there too. You probably clicked on this video just to see if 35s fit. I'm at Performance Product. All right, they're putting the tire on the rim. I had one completely that needs to be done, so 1.5. Right up the hill is Rock Your 4x4. So I went to the other side of town, then the other side of town, back to this side of town to go back up there, and then I got to go back to Discount Tire and get my other tires that's still at their tire shop. So yes, been a lot of running around. Look, let me show you what it looks like right there. This is your first look of the truck. Leveling kit. Yeah, I can tell it's definitely taller. One thing I did notice as I was going down the road, I could hear more air because there's more air rushing underneath the truck because it's up 2 inches higher. All right, guys, so now we're finally getting the tires put on the truck. So after I get the tires put on the truck, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. They're gonna have to make some modifications. We don't know what modifications they're gonna have to make right now. The mud guard, pretty sure the mud guard's gonna get in the way. I have the spacers. They're 1/4-inch spacers, and that's gonna get it out of the way of the upper control arm. But who knows what it's gonna look like. I think it's gonna look pretty good, but I'm gonna show you after the finished results. I don't want to show you guys right now. All right, guys, so I got the tires put on the truck. I've been to like 6 different places, finally got it done, and I want to show you guys. You can hear the 35s whining as you go down the road, but I'm used to it. They did the same thing in the Jeep. It's actually a lot less than it was in the Jeep. I think it looks good. There might be one little change that I want to do, and I'll tell you that after I show it to you. Let's get to the parking lot and I'll give you a full walk around and show you what it looks like. All right, so this is a 7-foot maximum clearance sign. Let's see if we can fit under.
Oh yeah, plenty of room.
So I got it finished. It was a long day. It was a bunch of stops, but finally everything worked out for the good. It does fit. They fit. It's very close. They had to make some modifications. I'll tell you what they did, but I want to show you the truck. Fit, and it's very, very close. 35s on a Silverado, you can make them fit with a 2-inch leveling kit, a 2-inch body armor leveling kit. Now, however, he had to do some modifications. One of the things he had to do was trim the mud flaps, which I don't even like the mud flaps anyway, and I'm going to find a way to get rid of them. There's some kind of cap that they sell where you can take the mud flaps off and put this little cap on it. So I'm going to find that on Amazon. Hopefully do that next. I don't like the mud flaps. They'll turn from lock to lock, and one of the things that I had to do was get 1/4-inch spacers just because, well, let me show you. Let me turn the truck off so you can hear first.
All right, so you can't really see in there that well, but you can I can stick my finger, my whole hand. I can stick my hand in here this way, and you can see the back. No issue at all right there. We'll go around to this side. The back, no issue at all right there. And that is a full turn to the right. So no problem. Now, the upper control arms, the tires are so wide because they're 13.5 wide tires, but it's only on I think the rims are only like 9 inches wide. So there's a little bulging of the tires, and it did just barely rub the upper control arm. So I went and got a 1/4-inch spacers to put on there, and I didn't want to just put 1/4-inch spacer on the front. I actually put 1/4-inch spacer on the front and the rear, and it just came out right flush with the wheel well. And I think that looks pretty good. Let me turn and start the truck so I'll show you this. Okay, so you can see, there it is right there with the wheels straight. You can just barely see it poking out just a little bit right there. And I don't even know, it's really flush with it. So let me show you the turning radius of it. So I'll put this GoPro right here. Turns like this all the way to the right, all the way to the left. No rubbing. Well, let me show you. Let me make this up. Backing up. This is full lock backing up. Full lock on forward. One thing I'm not 100% happy with, I went up 2 in the front, and I feel like, and everybody's saying it's level, but to me, it feels like there's just a little bit of squat in the back, and I'm not into having the truck squatted in the back. I might just go up 1 inch in the back, and it probably will make it have a slight rake again, but I'd rather do that because I feel like it just needs to be a little bit higher in the back. But to me, it looks like a truck again. I actually like the way it used to look with the street tires on it, but it just didn't give you that truck feel. This gives me the truck feel. It just makes it seem like this is the way it's supposed to look, with a little bit. I'm not going off in the mud. I'm not going 4-wheeling or anything like that. but there is times that I have to get off of the road, and now I'm not worried about getting stuck because those are some pretty aggressive tires. Now, the tires that I have on there, they are the Venom Power Terra Hunter XTs. 35 or 13 and a half, 26-inch tires. And there's a whole lot more rubber than what you think. It's not bad. Not bad, especially compared to the little rubber band tires that I had on there before. I'm happy with it. There's, like, again, there's a few things I want to change. I need to tint the windows just a little bit darker because you can see through there, and I don't want to be able to see through. I like it nice and black so it don't break up the flow of the truck. All right, guys, so that's it. Yes, 35s will fit on a leveled Silverado, and I think it turned out really well. And I'd like to hear your opinion, so make sure that you put a comment in the comment section below. I want to thank you for watching. If you'd like to see some motorcycle videos, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. There's a bunch of motorcycle videos on the channel. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, keep gliding, and as always, have a blessed day.